Yes. So, like we talked about, top three video game consoles. Now, being the ancient one that I am, I can go back to remembering playing on an Atari 2600.
Yes, sir.
That was owned by my uncle and my older brother and I. Kind of, he let us have free reign of it, when we were over our grandma's house. But we posed this question to the group, and like I said, turnout was fucking amazing for this. And we've had a lot of like, I'm not gonna lie, I thought my three were gonna be the ones everybody was gonna go with, right?
Me too, actually.
However, there were people who not disagreed, but in their opinion, some of these systems hold nostalgia, you know, and sentimental value
Absolutely.
to some of these people. So everybody picked for whatever reason. But I know you chimed in. What were your three consoles?
So my three were the PlayStation, the original PlayStation, the Nintendo 64, and the Sega Dreamcast. Those are my three.
Okay. Dreamcast was number one for you. Am I right?
Yes.
So here's where I'm at where it comes to Dreamcast. Now, it was ahead of its time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Most definitely.
However, the longevity for me was not there. And the title of the library of games, I guess, was also not really there for me. Like, I will hands down say the 2K series like changed sporting games for me as a whole. Like I
Yeah.
could not go back to live. Like it was like if Madden didn't do what they did and get that exclusive deal with the NFL, I probably wouldn't be playing Madden
That is a fact.
or the college game because I remember 2K also had a college game, football as well.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
but like when I look back, all I remember is just playing the 2K sports, which have been translated over to the multi platforms now, and Sonic Adventure, like was my thing, and then low key, Soul Calibur and Power Stone. Those were like the things I were checking for when it came to Dreamcast. But for
Okay.
you, it's number one. So explain why to you. I'm not saying it shouldn't be there, but over
So,
PlayStation though, you know what I'm saying? That's
nah,
wild.
Dreamcast was my shit, bro. And you know what? I was debating. I had a real debate going. So I was like, do I say Xbox or PlayStation? Because I love both of those consoles. They could have both of them easily could have been in there. But I went with PlayStation. But the Dreamcast, it really is nostalgia for me because like high school, that was a console.
Yeah.
And I remember like before we play football games, like we go and we play NFL 2K,
Yep.
and that game was amazing, bro. And like you said, if they didn't get that deal, if Madden didn't get that deal, they probably would have been out of business.
Oh, they knew it.
Yeah, they
They knew it.
definitely knew it. They definitely that game was so fun, bro.
It
So fun.
back then when you loaded that up, it looked like you were watching an actual football game. Like people would come
Yes.
over to the house and be like, "Who's playing?"
Yes.
Me. This is a video game. What?
Uh-huh.
Like adults would
I
be
bet if
coming
we go
over.
back and revisit it now, we'd be like, dude, this shit is ass. But
A hundred
back
percent.
then,
100%. And to tell you the truth, like your number two, Nintendo 64, like that holds a dear spot to me as well. But like going back and like playing it, looking at bro, it is rough. My
yes.
eyes have seen
Like, bro, we thought this shit was real.
Mario 60, Ocarina of Time, like bro, like
Yep.
those things were life, epics,
Absolutely.
you know.
Absolutely.
But it like I said, it's so jacked. Like GoldenEye, Perfect Dark, like all of those games that were like multiplayer staples when cats came over. Mario Kart
Yep.
64, like 4 players on this, bro. It was game changing. No pun intended.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So Dreamcast had this one game. I don't know if everybody played it. Like it was a low key game, but I love this game. And it was called Nights into Dreams.
Ooh.
So they were trying to it's called Nights into Dreams. They pushed this game so heavy to the point where I was like, it don't look like fun, but they were trying to make it like it was Sonic, like the new Sonic. And they really put a lot of focus into this video game. I ended up playing it and loving it. Like I was playing this game every day.
Yeah.
So that's why I have an affinity for the Dreamcast. That game was so fun, bro. So fun.
I never even heard of like there are some sleepers. If you go in like YouTube best Dreamcast games, like there are users out there that will put you on some game that you never even heard of. And the wild part is like I don't think you can. There's no virtual console. Like I know Sega and Nintendo kind of got a thing going on where you can, because you can download the virtual Genesis console
Right.
on the Switch and play Genesis games.
Right.
But there's no Dreamcast virtual console where you can play your Dreamcast favorite games.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that I think that's the part I miss. Maybe if I go back and play, because I don't think like the Sonic game, Sonic Adventure 2 to an extent. Like I said, Soul Calibur 2. That
was it the first? No, it was Dead or Alive 2. Dead or Alive 2 was my fighting game on there.
Yeah. But but then number 3 you got PlayStation. Like and that's hard to debate.
Yeah.
Cuz that system in and of itself, Sony was just like, we don't just make TVs, we can make dope ass games too.
Hell yeah. Metal Gear Solid.
Oh, come on now.
Say less.
Come on now.
Crash Bandicoot.
I was never a Crash Bandicoot
Really?
fan.
I love
Like,
Crash Bandicoot.
It was. I was like, if this is PlayStation's answer to Mario, like they need to do something different because it wasn't it. You know.
Nah, that was my shit. And they used to have a little demo disc, so you could play the game. Yeah, buddy.
That part. That's the part I miss. You
Had me all up in Game Informer. Just get the magazine so I can get the demo disc.
Yep. Official PlayStation. Give me this thing. What games y'all got coming out?
Yeah,
well, let me play them.
Let me see this shit.
My shit, the shit that got me like sold on PlayStation is Final Fantasy VII. Like when they started.
Oh yes.
When they start, bro, those cutscenes, I was like, it's like I'm really there. Like these are so real. The story, the attachment I got with the characters, the emotions.
Yep.
I was like, 4 discs, god damn. And then I just got hooked. Like those Final Fantasy games, 7, 8, 9. I was just like, bro, I'm here for all of this stuff, bro.
Yep.
Keep them coming. Yep. So my 3, and like I'll say Xbox 360. And the reason I'm putting that there, number 3 for me, is what Halo 3 did. Oh. And I will tell you, that is the only like I knew Halo 3 was coming. I was like, I need this 360. I need this. Because after playing Halo 2 and getting experience of that Xbox Live multiplayer, I was like,
ooh, buddy, boy, that's when Live was the Wild Wild West.
Yes. Yeah, so like OG Xbox could literally be here just because of Halo 2 alone.
Yes.
Alone.
Really, it really could. It really could.
Because,
bro, I can tell you, me and Coley, so Coley ended up buying a modded Xbox from somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And we ended up playing Halo 2, but it was the French version. We played this shit 2 weeks before it came out.
Yep.
So they put the modded Xbox and they put Halo 2 on there. We stayed up all night, bro, playing the Halo 2.
Is that hold up? That's when y'all had it, and that shit was in French, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Did Master Chief sound like Master Chief with the French
No, hell
accent?
no. But we didn't even care. We was just like,
We know how he sounds.
we ended up making our own voices and shit. Like, hey, bro.
I remember that shit. Y'all was like, yeah, we played Halo 2. I'm like, how the fuck y'all play that shit? Oh, it's in French, but I was
Yep.
yeah, Halo 2, that was a definite game changer. It stopped LAN parties. I was able to play with the homies at the house in the comfort of my living
you're not
room.
getting in trouble.
In the comfort of my living room. But the only downside to that was like I had to be hardwired into the modem. So like nobody can use the computer because the fucking shit was plugged into my Xbox. And the modem was in the master bedroom. So Apple would be trying to sleep and I'm up here fucking spazzing out on Halo 2. Because remember, people would start modding that shit.
Yep.
And you would load into a map and be like, what the fuck is a scorpion doing on this small ass map? The other team would just jump in this thing and just wreck shop. And I'm just like, this is allowed? This is allowed? And the lobbies, bro, good times. But
yeah, bro.
like I said, 360 came out. We had the Halo 3. The multiplayer immediately. Call of Duty and stuff was coming out, but that was coming out like on PlayStation as well. But I think what it was for Xbox 360, I think their servers and their multiplayer and their live, I think it was light years ahead of what PlayStation was doing for PlayStation Online. And then PlayStation 3 came out, and it's still like they was trying to charge like $5 million for the console. And I'm just like, bro, you just get a 360, you just get on this Halo with your boy and Gears of War. You know what I'm saying? So it's a party over here.
Absolutely.
My number 2, obviously PlayStation 2. The games that came out on that, just fucking just
crazy,
ridiculous.
Yeah,
ridiculous.
Crazy.
Like I got into Jackson Dax, like whatever people say, like that's underrated franchise. Ratchet and Clank, amazing. Yep. The Final Fantasies were coming out over there in full motion and everything. It was just Sony was just like, wait till you see what we got coming up. And like I said, they just hyped up PlayStation 3 and that big ass console came out. I'm like, the fuck is this shit? You know, like y'all want $600 for this? Back in what was it?
Like 04
or some shit. Like, bro, I'm just like, what? $600 back then. That's wild.
No, it did come out in 04.
Something like that. Because, I mean, they had Resistance Fallen Man, which was cool. And they were trying to push the whole motion controller to 6-axis. Like, certain games, you can only use the motion controller before the Wii got it right. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
So, like,
the big thing with them was that they had that was the first console to do wireless.
Yeah.
For PlayStation.
That was
the big feature for that. Then they did. That's when they had all the apps and stuff before people knew what apps were.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can put apps on there.
Yep. But number 1 for me, Super Nintendo. Like when I think about consoles now, the biggest thing comes to mind is the controllers. Like nowadays, if your controller don't have at least 6 buttons on this joint,
it's trash.
I can't do nothing with it. You know, and this is going back to you know, Nintendo. Like a lot of people put Nintendo on here, and I get it. You know, nostalgia, Mario 2, Mario 3, Double Dribble, Mega Man, all of those games. I get it, classics, man. But if I was to pick up a Nintendo controller now with just the 4 directions on the, you know what I'm saying? And it was a stiff directional pad.
Yeah, it was.
You know, so if you had to do something in the corner, bro, calluses popping up.
Bro, your thumb had a dent in it.
And here's my thing. Everything that was on Nintendo and you put a Super on it and put it on the Super Nintendo, it was immediately like 5,000 times better.
Yes, Super Tecmo Bowl.
Super Tecmo Bowl, Super Contra, Super Double Dragon, Super Mario World. I was like, bro, look at how many levels
Absolutely.
on this thing. This is amazing. Mega Man X came out. You had Super Mario RPG. You had Street Fighter, where this is why the Genesis couldn't be on my thing. The controller had 3 buttons, and if you wanted to kick, you had to like hold start
Yeah,
and push it.
yeah,
I'm just like, Super Nintendo already has all the buttons I need on this thing, bro. Like it's what am I doing? Like
yeah.
Mortal Kombat on Sega, yeah, they had the blood, but you have 3 buttons. Like, why was that a thing? Why did you think this was it? 3 buttons. Like, and you're bringing in Mortal Kombat. Like, the arcade got 6 buttons, my boy. Like, what are we doing? Oh, buy this new controller. Nintendo was like, fam, our shit comes with the 6.
I'm gonna give you a game on Super Nintendo
Uh huh.
that this shit was all the rage, and this one almost made me put Super Nintendo on there.
What's that?
Star Fox.
Oh, fam, bro, bro. That was when you go back and look. It was just straight polygons, and you're just like, this game. Like you play because I got the little retro Super
Yeah.
Nintendo thing, and I'm just like, this game is hard to watch. Like everything is just a polygon. You're just like,
Yes.
like I said, you get used to shit now. Like you're playing Ghost of Tsushima and shit, and then you go back trying to play Star Fox. You're just like, ugh. But back then, I was sold. I was like, I feel like I'm a part of this squadron. Like I played that so much when the 64 came out. It was Star Fox 64.
Yep. Yep.
And you get to be a tank, and you was doing. Oh
Yes.
my god, bro! Star Fox was lit. You're right. Star Fox was fucking it.
Bro, me and my homies used to be like, hey, we going over his house, we're gonna play Star Fox.
Oh my god, bro! You flying out of the Great Fox in that formation, and you come
Yeah.
out, dun, 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 dun. You know, and everybody talking. Shoot me! They're on my tail. They're on my 6. I'm just like, bro. I feel like I'm in a fucking legit 4-ship formation out here, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brian knows that first level music. Like, I'm
Hell
sold.
yeah.
I'm in.
Hell yeah.
I am in. But yeah, like I said, you got people. Ooh, GameCube. People are talking GameCube on here. Now, GameCube, I never got into. I know people are high on GameCube because of Resident Evil remakes and Resident Evil 4. But I'm like, I don't know what else GameCube really had, except like the franchise for Mario stuff, Mario Kart Double Dash,
Yeah.
all that other stuff.
Yeah.
I know they was talking, ooh, we got a Star Fox coming out. But it's like that weird one where like you're not in the ship. You're just running around on
Yeah.
foot doing some wild ass shit. I'm just like, this is not this ain't Star Fox.
Nah, no, it ain't. No, it ain't.
Yeah. You got some people, OG Xbox, we talked about that. People
Yep.
put PlayStation 5 up here already for top
It's too
console.
early. It's too early.
And don't get me wrong, you got Spider-Man, Miles Morales. You know what I'm saying? You know, God of War,
That's
Ragnarok,
Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man 2. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got some bangers that are about to come out for this thing. That second Ghost of Tsushima, you know, the sequel to that. Bro, it's I'm not saying they don't have bangers. Sony is putting these single player story driven games out top 5. You know, Last of Us 2. I think that was a PlayStation 4, but you
That was a
can get the-
PS4, yeah.
But yeah, but I'm just like,
Oh, that game.
yep. You got PS2, GameCube, PS4. Damn, Sega Genesis, N64, OG
I like
Xbox. Somebody was just like, it's bringing tears to their eyes that people are paying homage to the Dreamcast. Our boy Nick Smith says Game Boy Advance
Oh, underrated.
outside of the box.
Underrated. That's underrated.
Yeah. What are we looking at here? PlayStation 2, SNES, Dreamcast. OG Xbox, OG Nintendo. Somebody has the Switch on here. Nintendo.
The Switch, for what it does, I ain't gonna lie, man. The Switch it's a pretty crafty console.
It is, and my thing with Nintendo is, I appreciate their IPs. I love Zelda. I love Mario and how they keep reinventing that. They go from a 3D Mario world, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And then they'll put out a 2D one, and it's just as fun. The
Yep.
Metroid, I like what they do with that. They have a lot of IPs that continue to sell the console. You know what I'm saying? Pokemon always sells for them. I'm not a Pokemon player, but they know that's going to sell like gangbusters.
Yep.
But I'm like, when you're looking at Xbox and PlayStation, when they're putting out the Call of Duties, you know, the Mortal Kombats, the Street Fighters, and you're just like, oh, we got it too. And your system isn't powerful enough to compete graphically with these things. Like that's when it falls. Like, because at that point, you're just like, I'm just buying this system for like,
nostalgia.
yeah, because it's the only way I'm going to get to play the old Nintendo games.
Yeah.
You know, because they don't just give them for everybody to play. So that's the downside. Like, you're not getting an Elden Ring on the Switch. So you're still going to need, you know what I'm saying? Like, I love playing Mario and stuff. Like, my kids got the Switch, but I don't have a Switch for myself. I'm playing.
Right.
I guess the grown-up consoles, I guess. Right?
Yeah. So what the Switch did, so my oldest daughter, she's not a gamer by any means, but she loves the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really because she can take it anywhere, she can play it, and it's mostly the Mario games. And I'm like, I could see how they get sucked in, because Mario Tennis, that's a good game. Super Smash Bros, good game. Yep. Mario Kart, good game.
Oh, that's the only reason, bro. That shit. I ain't buying another Nintendo system. New Mario Kart,
bro. Mario Kart might as well be Uno in our house. Like,
you know what the fucked up part is? When your kids get good enough to start like making you sweat a little bit when you play. Because like, you remember when you used to play with them and you get hit with a few shells and shit, you're like, I ain't worried about it. All right, I know this shortcut. And then your kids start taking that shortcut too. You're like,
Uh-oh.
And you go from like this. Hold the fuck up. You sit up. Hold up. You start using the lightning when they in the middle of a jump to fuck them up. You start like pro tactics against your kids. Yeah. You're like, hey, shit changing around here. They changing to the guard ain't gonna be so quick, or y'all think y'all nice. Y'all must have forgot.
I taught you everything you know,
bro. It's serious. Like, I don't fuck around with Mario Kart, bro. Like, the title will have to be stripped from my hands. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, and then now this new Switch 2 coming out, and I'm just like, it looks just like the Switch. Why would I buy it? And they put that new Mario Kart on there. I'm like,
I'm gonna buy it.
Why y'all do this to me? Now I gotta get it. 21 racers, 20 people for me to fuck up now.
Yeah. You ain't first, you're last.
Yep. But yeah, if y'all got your top 3 and you're listening or you watching, make sure to drop them in the comments or hit us up over here on the Smoke Pit Podcast fan group. The link is in the description, all that stuff. We love to have you jump in here, join in on these conversations and everything. But yeah, man.
Good combo.
Yeah, it's a good thing, man. I like bringing stuff like that up, man.
Yeah,
it makes me think about the good old days.
Absolutely,
the good old days. But
this ain't right.